Hi, Scorpio. This is your reading for January 27th to February 2nd. Okay, so the image that I got for you was quite interesting and quite beautiful. It was you as a scorpion, but a bejeweled scorpion on a beautiful, almost royal pillow being carried down a marble walkway that was almost like a boulevard with blue sky all around. And everything about it was clear and clean and crisp and beautiful. There was one side of you. It's almost like you were a beautiful piece of jewelry, but you were alive. So there was a beautiful gold on this side and silver on this side. And then up where the central line of your body would be, of the scorpion, there were several gems. One was ruby. That was the most predominant. The next most predominant was turquoise. Then there was a peridot, an emerald, so two greens, a beautiful deep blue sapphire, and then several smaller quartz crystals. So what the guides were telling me is this. We know you've been through a lot of letting go of old heavy stuff, that there's been a certain amount of struggle, that you've been having to deal with some difficulty in terms of letting go of stuff and moving through something, and that you're moving more and more towards working with this higher level of energy, and that's really your intention. And you're being told, embrace that with a fierceness, like you're taking care of yourself now. So what these gems represent are healing energy that you can apply to yourself. You don't necessarily have to have the gems on you to use them. But what you can do is you can look up what the meaning of the gem is and then speak a little differently. You can imagine, remember what the healing quality of that gem was, and you can imagine that gem in your field, in your energetic field, and just take some few minutes to breathe calmly in energy and encourage or invite the energy of that stone to do whatever it needs to do to clear your energy. Now, a lot of this will be work on your chakras, I'm sure, because I'm seeing it up your midline, but it's not necessarily always going to be in your chakras. One of the reasons the guides would like you to consider doing this is because the energy has been very dense for you for a prolonged time for some of you. And again, this reading is not going to be for everybody. This is a collective reading, so it's only going to make sense to some people. But for those of you who've had dealings that have kept you in a state of struggle and hopelessness, and that sense of, I just keep trying and nothing's happening, what you're being told is now that whatever leftover energy is there for you can potentially be part of what is straining you now and wanting to pull you back into that other frequency. And what they're saying is, as you clear more of that out of your energy field, you're going to be a lot less inclined to go back into that or get tempted back into that by the same situation or situations of a similar frequency. So this is just your way of being able to respond more directly with deliberately lifting your frequency by clearing out anything that is there. If you wish to ask your guides for help, then of course you're always welcome to do that. Your spirit team is there for you. And for those of you who are not interested in doing that, you can always ask your higher mind, because you've got very clearly, there is another me, okay? Excuse me, that part of you that is bigger than your personality, that is bigger than whatever the problems and the issues were. And that's the part of you that you're integrating more and more completely with as you elevate your energy. Now, the reason I feel I want to bring in the potential for you, or the idea that you can work with your guides, is that when my guides showed me this, there was really a sense I mean, you're on this royal pillow. It feels like you are being honored. It feels like you are being honored for what you've gone through, that you are this gem, that you are this beautiful thing, that you are being acknowledged as this beautiful thing, that you are being told to honor yourself, not apologize for yourself, to move out of remorse and guilt for things that you have had to do in order to take care of yourself. And that it's time for you now to really fiercely protect this vision that you have of yourself, this new way of wanting to be, where you wish to be more living life from a place of pleasure and not from struggle, okay? Because whatever those situations were, part of what you've learned is that you no longer want struggle. So we want to clear the energy up as well, because being practical, sometimes you forget that, even though you have a concept of higher consciousness, sometimes you forget that you can work at that level energetically as well to help yourself. You may do it for other people. You may be praying and working for other people, but you can take the time, the breath, the space to focus on the things that you like about yourself and honor yourself, to be kind to yourself instead of critical, to really embody that sense of love that radiates from inside of you, and use all of that to deliberately shift your energy, working with the stones, because remember, you don't have to have the stone with you. We're talking time and space here. We're talking about healing at a level that is way beyond table and chair reality here. You don't have to have the physical thing there to call in the energy of it and take advantage, benefit from the energy of that stone. Now, I realize not everybody is going to believe this. It's happened. It's where I come from. It's what I do. It's what I believe in. So if that makes sense to you and you're inclined to work with it, those are the stones that I would check out. If you want to call in your healing team, by all means do so. Just make sure when you call in spirit that you're calling in spirits who are coming in divine love or sacred love, okay? Do it big, my darlings, because part of the reason that you went through all that other really heavy stuff was to shift you into a place where you're moving more into this. So this feels to me like it's kind of a transitional period where you're being encouraged to use this higher conscious awareness to work with your own energy, and if you so choose, with your guides. And that is actually, this is kind of like, I see this a line down the middle here. Do it big, fierceness, intend it, move into it. Don't let that other stuff get back at you. And this is one of the ways that you can make sure that doesn't happen. It's actually really great. You wouldn't be on a royal pillow. You wouldn't be walking down this beautiful balustrade and covered in these beautiful gems if Spirit weren't really working with you to bring all of your great qualities into a frequency where you can apply them in a different way, and you can apply them in a way that brings you pleasure and out of struggle, okay? It's about elevating consciousness and growth. It's what we're all here for. And so this is one of your steps, if you so choose, okay? Take care, Scorpio.